Well, welcome back to the Norfolk Cottage Garden, and we're just showing you some of the blackberry crop that we've got here in Norfolk this August. It's absolutely insane. The size and juiciness and sweetness of these blackberries is better than I've ever known them, and that's despite a semi-drought that we've got here in August. Everything else is really suffering, and I half expected these berries to be small, tasteless, hard little bullets, but they've just ripened beautifully into big, luscious, really sweet, gorgeous blackberries. And it's only taken me about 10 to 15 minutes to fill a bowl with these, and now we're going to take these into the farmhouse kitchen and show you how to prepare one of my favourite seasonal jams, Blackberry Jam. Well, these are the blackberries that we harvested earlier this afternoon. We've got just under 900 grams of fruit here, and those of you that have watched my jam recipes before will know that we like to keep things simple, and we usually match the sugar to the fruit weight for weight. But because these berries just are so sweet and contain such a good amount of natural sugar, we're actually going to reduce the weight of sugar that we're adding to these down to 750 grams. So this is actually not going to be a 50-50 recipe, but we're going to actually try and make a reduced sugar almost jam straight into the bowl, and the sugar straight on top, and then you just start heating that through and stirring to bring the juice out of the fruit. At this stage, don't panic, it's not going to catch, it's not going to burn. The heat will bring those berry juices out very quickly and dissolve all that sugar. Takes about 2 minutes to get there. It's a little tricky doing it one-handed. I'm going to keep filming just to convince you that this method works. You can see the red juices starting to come out now. You want to keep the bottom layer moving nicely. This agar ring's very hot, so temperature rises very quickly in this mixture. Almost all the sugar's gone red now. You can see the juices increasingly coming out. Starting to smell nicely. Smell better if I hadn't spilt a bit of sugar over the back that's catching. Any second now this is going to go into a rich, deep blackberry liquid. Almost there. There she goes. Lovely. Molten, bubbling. Just going to keep that moving so we don't get any sugar catching on the bottom. And then we're going to start reducing this and boiling it. Bring it up to a rolling boil. And this is going to set relatively quickly. It's not got as much pectin in as the black currants or the raspberries or tayberries that we showed you. But nonetheless, there's no need to add any special sugars or pectin. The only little thing we're going to add to this is the trick we showed you last time, which is a knob of full fat butter to reduce the scum that would form on the top from the boiling fruit juices. We'll pop that in a minute, and we'll come back and show you that as it starts to reduce. Alright, well, this pot of jam is bubbling away beautifully now. You'll see that coming to a rolling boil. You just have to stir this occasionally to keep it from catching on the bottom. Little trick we're going to show you here, knob of butter just in at this stage, disappears into the jam, and that releases the surface tension and lets all those bubbles come away. You'll get a lot less bubble formation on the top and scum at the end when you're actually bottling this. While we've got that going, we've got our jars. We've guesstimated 5 of these half-pound jars, and we're just going to pop those into the agar on a tray, which will sterilise them nicely over the 20-minute period that we're finishing off this jam. Got a lovely rolling boil here, and I'm just going to continue boiling away until the colour on this jam goes down a couple of shades to a deep maroon, burgundy red, and then we'll start doing a set test. Well, we've been bubbling away now for about a further 5 minutes, and you can see colour starting to change, starting almost to coat the spoon. Still very liquid. I don't think we're anywhere near a set yet, but I am going to do a little set test, so we'll bring a small quantity out, pop it onto our plate, and transfer that to a cold place, let it cool for 2 to 3 minutes, and we'll just see if we've got any skim forming on it. Well, here's our first set test, and as you can see, as we suspected, nowhere near a set yet, far too liquid. Tastes lovely, but need another 2 to 3 minutes boiling, then we'll do a second set test and see how it's coming on. Well, this jam pot's now been on the boil for around another 5 minutes, and you can see the deepening in the colour in the jam underneath that foam. We're also noticing that we're getting more coating of the spoon. It's still on the runny side, I think. It's not looking like a full syrup yet. Got some lovely full berries in this jam. I absolutely love a jam when you get a spoonful and you've got big berries coming out of the jelly. I far prefer a jam to a jelly with blackberries, but it's personal taste. I think we're going to give this another couple of minutes before we do another set test. So we'll come back to this in around 2 minutes time and see if she's anywhere near set. Okay, and we're back 2 minutes later. Slightly changed the boiling, a lot less foam forming on the top. Let's just get some with juice. And we'll come and pop that onto our cold plate and transfer that over off the heat and give it 1 to 2 minutes, and we'll show you a set test to see if that is ready. Okay, and we're back. This has cooled now nicely for about a minute and a half, and look at the difference here. We have a gorgeous set. It's just starting to move. If I put my finger in it, you'll just see it folding up and creasing, tearing away from the underside. I think that's a perfect set, and luckily we had the foresight to take the pot off the heat when we were waiting for that set test. So here is the blackcurrant jam with its beautiful fruit floating around in it, and what we're going to do now is just let this cool for about 5 or 10 minutes. Now the reason for that is because we've got those lovely lumps of fruit still in this jam, and if we bottle it straight away, that's all going to float to the top of each jar as it is floating in this jam cauldron. So by letting the jelly syrup start to solidify just a little bit, it will become far more viscous, and you've got a much better chance of that fruit being held throughout the jars as you store them. So we'll show you that being done. We'll come back and start bottling in around 5 to 10 minutes time. And welcome back. We, I think, are ready to bottle this jam now. We've removed our jars still on the tray out of the oven where they've been sterilising. We've got our trusted jam funnel, and we're just going to take scoops of this blackberry jam and fill these jars just to the bottom of the funnel, a little bit more. Now you'll see, looking at this, there's hardly any scum on this jam, and that's thanks largely to that little knob of butter that we put in. Move it to the next jar and continue to fill. Hasn't made as much as I guessed this. I think we're probably only going to get maybe 3 full jars. Probably going to have to pick this up and tip the pan into that last one, but you'll see where we're filling to, just below the level of the top of the jars. And what we will then do, while this jam is still hot, apply the lid and fasten it tight. Now at this stage you'll be able to move the little button seals on the top. As the air shrinks, they will form a vacuum seal and the heat of the jam will sterilise the lid, so this jam will keep, and should keep, for up to 12 months. So we're going to fill that last remaining jar and then get on all these seals tightened before the jam starts to cool. Well, there we go. I'm very pleased with that. We've made 3 full jars which can go into the store. We're going to label those up immediately. They've cooled so that we can remember what they are. And we've got 1 part jar which will go straight into the fridge and be enjoyed over the next 24 hours if it lasts that long. I would encourage you to make Blackberry Jam. It's one of my favourite jams of this season. It's all the better for not being a commercially available jam. So if you're going to enjoy this, really is good to get out there and pick some berries and make this yourself. You won't regret it. It's very simple to make with no specialist knowledge or ingredients, as I've shown you. So please have a go and let us know how you get on. Good luck.